limitation in that grip is that you can flip the racket over and have, as Eric does, a very dead rubber on the backhand side of your racket, which is very good for returning hard, spinny balls that you're not totally confident that you know the spin. If you can get the racket in front of the ball, you can bunt the ball back and it becomes a puff ball. It just barely floats over the net, stays low to the table, and is very difficult to open an offense off of. But Eric is, again, a blocking player. He's going to try to block the ball, move the other player around, get out of position, and go in for a big hit when he gets a weak ball.
Opening set, 1-all. Eric Boggan of the United States against young Wei Zhen of China. Eric Boggan is 24 years old, from New York, a two-time singles champion. First trip to the United States for Wei Zhen. What a learning experience it will be for this young man, facing possibly the C-Miller grip for the first time.
That's right. We were just going to say we hope he learns a little bit about it. Wei Zhen uses an inverted rubber on his forehand side, which is the red side in this case, and the backhand side of his racket is a pips out. The inverted gives you a lot of spin. The pips out is good for countering and handling the spin. Wei Zhen's ball caught the net. Eric wins that point, goes up 4-2.
Eric Boggan, running hot and cold in this first game, fell behind by 4 points, but has rallied back to tie the score at 16-all as we rejoin the action.
Okay, there's Eric sticking to Wei Zhen's backhand, but Wei Zhen came around for the forehand. Eric, good playing. Oh, great exchange. Oh, tough point for Eric to lose. We ought to look at that one again. Just excellent counter-attacking, punching, moving the ball around into the backhands. Eric trying to keep the ball deep to Wei Zhen's backhand, which is his weaker side, and Eric finally losing the point on that attempted forehand.
Huge point, too. Now 16-17.
A little tricky side spin push by Eric. Ball caught the net and went off. Eric down by 2 now after tying it at 16. He falls behind. One more serve for Eric. Eric, about 4 years ago, was ranked number 18 in the world due to a round of 16 finish in the Worlds at New Delhi in India. Had played in the German leagues for about 3 years in the top league. Decided he wanted to change his life, come back to the U.S., go back to school, which is what he's doing out on Long Island University. But he's getting back in the sport now, wants to play a little bit more. I think he just got a little bit restless and needed the competition again.
How tough is that to get back into something this frenetic, this tough, after taking that big a layoff? He was gone for more than a year.
He was off for about a year from Germany, but Eric just has such natural talent, great reflexes, and just a great sense for the game.
He regrets now that he didn't try to qualify for the Olympics. Last October, the trials were held. Eric wasn't interested then, and now I think he's starting to feel that maybe he missed a real nice chance.
Well,
18-all.
Here's Eric changing the pace again. The dead ball, the fast ball, and Eric going up by 1. He keeps it up. What a great finish it'll be. But Eric, again, takes a while to get used to that pips out player, Wei Zhen's fast table game. Neither player wants to give up the table. They're both staying up there and counter-punching. Neither one wants to go back on the defense. Eric, good countering. Oh, great play by Eric. Gee, I think he's found the rhythm now. He's just working the change of pace, changing up the speed, the spin on the ball, and it's giving Wei Zhen some difficulty. And Eric now, from down 18-16, has won 4 in a row for 2 game points. Eric nailing that backhand. Tried to go wide to the forehand that time, missed and caught the net. But he had Wei Zhen just handcuffed on the backhand side. He thought maybe a forehand would work, and he just barely missed. Here we go, Wei Zhen's last serve, trying to produce. Great finish for Eric. The fist goes up. He's a happy guy right now. That's great. 21-19. You don't get it much closer than that. And Eric waving to the crowd.
As Eric goes over to the U.S. team coach, Danny Stimuler, we'll be right back.
To me, investing is a lifelong proposition. Whether you're 25 or 55, whatever your individual goals, you must be diversified. You've simply got to build a prudent mix. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, fixed income securities. Investing today means avoiding conflicts of interest. Get your advice independent of the broker performing your transactions. Today, more than ever, it's critical to reduce your investing costs. If you make your own decisions, you ought to be able to cut your commission costs in half, trade after trade, year after year. The savings over the long haul can maximize your total return. If you define investing as I do, when you choose a broker, I hope you consider Schwab.
For a free booklet, What a Discount Broker Can Do for You, call toll-free 800-257-8888. That's 800-257-8888. Call Schwab now.
Before the first kickoff, the NFL's best. Relax, unwind, and have some fun. Miami's Dan Marino tees it up at the NFL Back to Camp Golf Classic, Sunday night on ESPN.
Welcome back to the 1988 Capital Bank Table Tennis Championships. Game 2 just underway. Wei Zhan against Eric Boggan. Wei Zhan serving. Second point to China, 1-all.
Eric again working on Wei Zhan's backhand. Tried that forehand cross-court game. It's let him down a couple of times here. Oh, great backhand down the line by Wei Zhan. Very difficult shot to hit, and he caught the white line with it.
3-1, China.
Eric Boggan again, wiping his hair, controlling the tempo. Again, the mixed-up spin from Eric, so one time with the anti, one time with the friction inverted rubber, really giving Wei Zhan some trouble on his backhand side. After being ahead the first game, Wei Zhan, I'm sure, is very nervous now, and Eric needs to capitalize on that.
Eric Boggan serving at 2-3.
Ooh, net ball by Wei Zhan. Eric bunged it a little bit long.
2-4.
Again, backhand exchange. Eric to Wei Zhan's backhand. Eric coming out. Ooh, close ball. Eric really had to reach for that one. But Wei Zhan did a nice job setting up that easy ball.
3-5 now.
Ooh, Eric missing that forehand. Down 6-3. Wei Zhan's doing a little more work now, trying to get Eric to give Wei Zhan some forehands. Eric's trying to work on that backhand weakness, and Wei Zhan's trying to make Eric do something different. Wei Zhan missing that backhand again. If Eric keeps probing at that weakness, Wei Zhan may lose some confidence.
Serve now to Wei Zhan at 6-4.
There's that flipper from Eric. Ooh, push one a little bit wide. Good look of Wei Zhan there, waiting for Eric to get back at the table.
We just saw Eric with the foot stomping. I thought that was just an eccentricity, but so many of the players do that. What's the point of that?
It actually will help you generate a little bit of extra spin when you bring that foot down. What a great point there, Eric. Nice side-to-side move. Got Wei Jun way out of court.
(7-5) for Wei Jun.
Good shots of Eric. Eric blocking, missing that last one.
You'll sometimes hear the scattered applause of other matches going on in this arena. As a matter of fact, the great Swede Michael Appelgren has just lost his first set over on another table. So sometimes you hear the applause mixing in with this live action. (6-9). Second game. Best 2 out of 3.
Eric needs to take advantage of his serves right now. Wei Jun serves, although with the pips out, don't have a lot of spin. He uses excellent placement to get Eric out of position on the serve, and it's helping out his score right now, taking a little bit of a lead. Now back up to a 5-point lead for Wei Jun, so Eric's going to have to dig himself out of the hole again, it looks like.
China's Wei Jun stayed in control of game number 2 against Eric Boggan and cruised to a commanding 21-13 win, forcing the third and deciding singles game of this opening match.
7-6 for the server.
I think if Eric can get up a lead here, Eric leading by 1. If Eric scores 2 or 3 more points here and gets ahead at the turn, as we say, at 10, I think this crowd will come alive.
Seven all now.
Eric coming in for that same looking serve, variation number 19. Wei Jun, nice placement there to Eric's backhand. Ooh, Eric hit that backhand a little bit long. But again, the fact that at this level of play where offense dominates the game, the fact that the points are going this long is a great credit to the consistency of both players we have out here.
The lead again goes to the young Chinese player, Wei Jun, at 8-7.
Eric, the last couple of points has softened up his offense a little bit. Hasn't been quite as apt to take the chances. Playing a little bit passive here, pushing balls, going for the little rolls. Oh, got away with one that time. Eric fed a fairly soft ball to Wei Jun's forehand, and Wei Jun apparently used to a faster ball, just misjudged and hit it short in the net.
8 all.
Okay, Eric holding on to a lead here. Oh, Eric with a little luck. Wei Jun, great return. Oh, and Eric tried another net, but it wouldn't quite go.
They're not always friendly, are they, those net cords?
No, they're not. And sometimes you can get a net cord, and the other player can make a good return, and it just surprises you so much you'll lose the point, which is about what happened that time. So now 9 all. After this point, we'll change ends of the table by the players so that everybody gets the same amount of playing time on each half of the table, in case there are any differences in the conditions of the lighting. But here, facility is great. The convention center is wonderful. Wooden floor is terrific. So it really turns out to be a formality as opposed to a tennis match out in the sun or something along that line. But it does give the players a chance to towel off, do a little psyching.
Any toweling that happens apart from this really is some kind of gamesmanship, isn't it? It seems Eric Boggan often tries to control the pace by doing that.
Eric will do that, particularly on his serve, when you see him take several steps back from the table with the serve, and then he'll come in, approach the table, and serve. So he controls the tempo very well. That's one of the things that makes his opponents a little bit skittish a lot of times and gets him some advantage.
10 all.
Wei Jun missing that backhand.
What a crucial match this is for Eric Boggan and his teammates. If Eric can pull this out, it really puts the pressure on China.
Here you had kind of the chanting, clapping from the crowd. Eric holding on to a very tenuous lead here midway in the third game. Eric again countering to the backhand. Wei Jun's backhand, leg him down again.
12-10
Crowd's
now.
coming alive a little bit, getting behind Eric. Some years ago, Eric had a reputation as throwing a lot of temper tantrums and getting himself psyched up and screaming in matches. He's really calmed down a lot, but he still has the intensity when he plays. Wei Jun again moving way around the side of the table to open up those two forehands that finally won the point for him.
Really nothing between these two at this point. 12-11, the American with a very thin lead. Oh,
and
edge ball.
Eric with an edge ball right there. That's the first one we've seen this match. The ball will catch the edge of the table, won't take a clean bounce, and will head down to the floor rather than bouncing up like it should. So Eric got that first advantage. Both players right now playing a little bit passive, very tight. Eric a little nervous about a 2-point lead. Wei Jun thinking he's falling behind. Obviously, the pressure's building. Very important match, the first one for both teams. China is obviously worried. They're the top-seeded team in this tournament, and the USA is seeded 8th. So if Eric can pull out this first match, it'll put the underdog in the driver's seat, at least for now.
As opposed to Sean O'Neill, who must play next for the United States, going into a must-win situation.
That's correct. It'll take a lot of pressure off Sean. And as you know, if you don't have the pressure caving in on you, you'll play a little bit loose, and you generally play better. Gosh, what a great service return by Eric Boggan. Called Wei Jun with his feet looked like they were in blocks of concrete. Great roll return of serve by Boggan. You won't see that often. World-class shot. Great play by Boggan. Excellent. He got away with the forehand that time, ran Wei Jun around to the forehand, took advantage of the shot, and put it away on his backhand.
12-15, a great run for Eric Boggan.
Oh, great service return by Boggan. And good point. Great playing. Here comes the crowd. They're getting into it now. And Wei Jun probably feels like the weight of the world is on him. First match here in the quarterfinals of the team championships. Both players a little passive now. Eric going to Wei Jun's forehand again. Oh, and Wei Jun's forehand let him down that time. That'll turn the tide. Eric up by 5. 12-11 for Eric now. 17-12 for Eric. Eric just needs to keep the heat up. Excellent forehand by Wei Jun again, taking that chance, moving around his backhand, hitting the forehand in, cross court.
Serve now goes to Eric Boggan, 17-13. He could close it out right here. Remember, at the turn, Eric Boggan was down 10-9. So
he's been on quite a tear.
Yes, he has.
Here we see Eric's classic service motion. Here's Eric going for the offense. He opened up with that forehand, trying to make Wei Jun nervous. So far, he handled it.
(17-14).
Eric definitely needs to control a couple of points on his serve. Wei Jun going for that forehand. It paid off.
On your serve, you want to win at least 3 out of 5?
That's what you would call holding your serve in table tennis. If you get the serve and can win the majority of the points out of your 5.
17-15. So Eric could use a couple right here.
Eric has just got to keep attacking. He won points when he was taking the chances, making the forehand shots, fast blocking the backhands. He's gotten a little bit passive. He needs to just open up. There you see it, paid off. Great play by Boggan. He must have heard me over here in the booth.
18-15.
2 more serves for Boggan. If he can win these 2 points, he'll definitely be in the driver's seat. Great service return by Wei Jun, very short and low. Good point. Wei Jun now playing a little loose, nothing to lose.
1 more serve for Eric Boggan. How big is this point? 18-16.
Okay, Wei Jun.
Final game.
Wei Jun will have the serves through the rest of this game. Eric must convert this one and get ahead by 3 rather than letting Wei Jun pull within 1. 18-16 for Boggan. He put the extra stuff on that serve. Oh, and he went for the offensive shot, which is what he needs to do. But the service return by Wei Jun was a little too well placed. And now Wei Jun taking over the serve. Looks a little more comfortable, but we hope not a lot. Great return of serve by Boggan, placed right in the corner on the forehand side. You know Wei Jun was expecting a backhand, and Eric just pulled a surprise of the match.
17-19.
We'll see if he has any surprise serves here at the end. Eric handled it. Great loop by Boggan. Wonderful shot. Terrific spin and well placed.
Match point for Eric Boggan.
3 match points for Boggan. And he only needed one. What a great finish. Excellent match that time. Eric Boggan reading the strategy, going to the backhand, opening up with forceful offense most of the third game, holding on for the win. Great finish at 17. Eric being congratulated there by Hushang Bazorgzadeh and Danny Steemiller, and also Hank Tikavira-Cheek. Sean O'Neill in the background over there. Everybody happy. 8th-seeded U.S. winning the first match in a 5-match contest over the number 1 seed, China, in this U.S. Open Capital Bank Stiga Championships.
With Dennis Masters, the first match, there was a super one. Eric Boggan pulled a little upset.
Tremendous. That he beat number 9 in the world. That's the 9th ranked player in the world.
The U.S. Open, what does American table tennis have to do to get on the level of the Chinese? What do you feel they have to do to really bring the sport up in America?
Well, they have to make the sport more popular as a sport.